It'd be like if a tiger had a secretary, right? And like this kind of, okay, so the tiger gonna jump into your room at midnight tonight. It's gonna eat you. Good luck. What? So no, tiger's coming. Like, you can lock your door, but that tiger's gonna get in because it's a magic tiger and it's fucking gonna get you. I thought you should know so you can say goodbye to your family. It's like, but can I stop the tiger? Well, it's a fucking tiger. What are you gonna do about it? Far away, Lucas, and lovely audience at home, who do you think is the coolest character from comic books?
Well, I mean, the cool sheen of metal that is the Silver Surfer, of course.
It's gotta be right. Guy's literally called Norin Rad. So welcome once again to an episode of Wiki Weekends, the series where I'll your host for this week, scour the lengths and breadths of the internet for a wiki on a subject I'm interested in, and go through it with my good friend, Lucas Holland.
Hey there.
And today, what's with the weird hey there?
I don't know. I just felt it. I just felt it in my soul.
I'm like, alright there, Andre 3000 with the hey there. And today we're talking about Norin Rad, aka the Silver Surfer. And Lucas, there's a reason we're talking about the Silver Surfer, yes?
Of course there is, yes. We both finally got around to watching a certain movie.
Yes, that is the Fantastic Four first step.
I herald his beginning. I herald your end. I herald Galactus.
And I'm going to guess there's some people out there who feel that we're striking while the iron is lukewarm. Me and Lucas were just really busy last month, so we didn't have a chance to watch Fantastic Four.
We both work multiple jobs. I'm sorry that we have to take time out of our lives to go to the cinema.
But I did enjoy Fantastic Four First Steps. And in fact, me and Lucas, over on our Patreon, have a monthly series we're trialling out where we just go through all the things we've watched, read, listened to, and played that month, and just whether or not we'd recommend them to the people watching at home. So if you are interested in our, our spoilerific thoughts on Fantastic Four First Steps, you can go check out that video, no doubt link below.
Yeah, definitely. I do want to dabble in a bit of spoilers with you, but it won't be in this video. It'll be over on our Patreon.
But we will make reference to that movie because the Silver Surfer is a big part of it, and the Silver Surfer was my favourite part of that movie.
I enjoyed the family. I enjoyed the Silver Surfer. Galactus was there.
He was there.
Bro
was there.
But we'll probably talk some spoilers about the movie because I just want to talk about how cool the action was.
Yes, and just in specific regards to the Silver Surfer's never looked better. Every scene with the Silver Surfer was just like a visual feast. Like when the Silver Surfer starts surfing on concepts of reality itself, I'm like, holy fuck, that should be the entire movie. I would watch an entire movie of the Silver Surfer shredding the spaceways.
I guess it's a really difficult way to make a character look, but the Silver Surfer himself still look a little bit, or maybe very CGI.
I liked it.
I don't know how you get around that, but the actual action, within that character, the way that they're looking was incredible.
But before we get into that, Lucas, let's just see what the wiki has to say, shall we? Because the version of the Silver Surfer in Fantastic Four First Steps is not Norin Rad, the subject of today's video. So, Norin Rad, better known as the Silver Surfer, is an honourable Zen-Lavian who became the Herald of Galactus to spare his home planet, Zen-La, and his beloved shalla-bal. So for Fantastic Four First Steps, they just swapped who became the Silver Surfer. Instead of the Silver Surfer becoming the Silver Surfer to protect his homeworld and his wife become the Silver Surfer to protect him and the homeworld. So I have no issues with that change. Who the fuck cares who the Silver Surfer was before they became super rad and started surfing across the space?
That's the thing. For all of those, bitchy little whiny boys on the internet, that has happened in the comics anyway, so who gives a damn? The entire purpose of the Silver Surfer is just somebody sacrificed themselves for the sake of their planet, and Galactus gave them the Silver Surfer powers. That's what matters.
Oh, that is cool.
But the wiki continues, Lucas. Endowed with the power cosmic, Norin Rad became silver-like and rides a cosmic surfboard. And that's one of the reasons I love Marvel so much, that I can say, hey, there's this bright silver dude who rides a cosmic surfboard. And I was like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, and, again, going to Fantastic Four First Step spoilers, I love the fact that they are willing to just say, oh, yeah, people have the power cosmic in this movie.
Yeah, it's real good. It's a real good power to have. The power cosmic is super top tier. But Lucas, the Silver Surfer isn't just known as the Silver Surfer. So you ready for some band names, my friend?
Oh, yeah. Like, I believe we've covered a certain iteration of Silver Surfer at some point in the many, many years, but
yes.
Like, they've got to have some cool-ass band names.
Well, there are many, many aliases that the Silver Surfer has gone by in the over half-century they've been a comic mainstay, so let's, go through a few of them now. So, the awaited one, the Black Surfer, Carnage Cosmic, Champion of the Universe, the Chrome Dome, Chrome Plate, Commander, Cosmic Messiah, the Cosmic Surfer, the Cosmic Wanderer, Doombringer, Dr. Norin Rad, Sorcerer Supreme. That's the thing, Norin Rad was a scientist on his home planet, maybe when he wasn't being the Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
I'm not saying maybe, he must have been he must have at some point stopped being the Silver Surfer and became the Sorcerer Supreme, and I hope he still had the surfboard.
Like, I was going to say, how scary would it be if the Silver Surfer turns up, and not only can they surf the shit out of the universe, but they can also make Doctor Strange magical powers happen?
Like, the Silver Surfer can, surf on cosmic concepts that don't actually have physical form. Imagine them just giving him bullshit magical powers as well. Imagine just him coming in and just surfing on the concept of reality itself and just shredding the fuck out of it.
While also making those Doctor Strange pulls and just pushing you through.
I do so many sick flips and shit. It'd be like SSX Tricky when you get max Tricky meter and start doing 4,000 backflips, right? So he's also known as the Galactic Messiah, the Herald of Galactus. Most famous one. Mr. Clean. He's bald. Okay, yeah. He's so bald. He's so smooth. That's what gets me on Silver. He's so smooth. Sentinel of the Spaceways. That's so good. I buy that album.
I think out of all of those, the album that I want to buy the most is... Did you say, the Carnage Cosmic?
You mentioned Lucas buying an album. The Silver Surfer is already the inspiration for a super cool song. Surfing with the Alien by Joe Satriani. It's inspired directly by just the Silver Surfer. I can't put a clip in because music and YouTube, but if you play Guitar Hero, I think World Tour, that song was in, right? You know how rad that song is.
I mean, yeah, Joe Satriani is cool as fuck, but I was also going to mention another Silver Surfer song that's amazing and rad as hell. Is it the NES song?
The NES one, yeah. I use any opportunity I'm given to put that clip in, and it's already played in this video, don't worry, Lucas. But if anyone's not familiar with what Lucas mentions there, and you've no doubt heard the song already in this video, but the clip I'm about to play you is from an NES game. And if you're not familiar with the capabilities of the NES, this is not something that should be possible. And that song was composed by one Tim Folin, who's just considered to be one of those just high-level tech wizards who worked on games back in the day. And there's legit interviews with his peers in the industry. We don't know how he made the NES make that noise. He played the NES sound chip like a fucking virtuoso.
If people at home, maybe just go and look up Super Mario Brothers and Mega Man.
Well, I can put the clips in.
Hear the great soundtracks of those games compared to the Silver Surfer song.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. We can put in clips from games and stuff because they don't tend to get as copyright struck, right? So I can put in some examples from the NES. And Tim Folin's just one of those if you know the dude, you know what I'm going to mention here, but he's just known for why did he go so hard for this piece of shit? For example, he did the soundtrack for a Pictionary game for the NES, and it sounds awesome. And I was why did you go so hard for Pictionary, Tim? And he's why not?
It's weird to say that Pictionary on the NES has one of the greatest soundtracks of that generation.
Yes. And for anyone out there who's not too into gaming, you might think, well, that's still beeps and boops, right? So hopefully I can put out an example of another NES game and then another example of Tim Foling's work, where you should be able to hear the difference. And if you can't, I don't know what else to do besides I've just played you the most technically comprehensive thing I can imagine someone doing on that shit. It's crazy.
That's the thing, right? Is like, it's not necessarily that it's more catchy or memorable, it's just that it's so technically on another level to most soundtracks.
Yeah, it's like the difference between, like, you know, watching someone play the blues with, like, you know, a basic chord progression, and they go watch like BB King or something like that. Just absolutely, like, ostensibly playing the same instrument and the same notes, but they're just playing it with so much more technical proficiency.
Mm-hmm.
But we move on now, Lucas, to the physical characteristics of the Silver Surfer. So gender, male, and then some. Even though, like, just he's got that whole Action Man thing going on. I've not seen, like,
honestly,
Silver Surfer, Silver
I thought
Dog.
you were going to say, like, gender, silver, sex, surfer. Yeah,
Dude's just all in on that silver, right? Height, 6'4", weight, 225 pounds. That's, like, interesting to me, because I would have figured, like, the Silver Surfer would weigh a lot. I figured he'd have, like, cosmic weight, but he's always suspended by a surfboard, so no one ever feels it. Like, he weighs, like, you know, a couple hundred pounds. Like, you know, the same weight as a dude his height who works out a lot.
In my mind, it would have been that they either weigh the, like, weight of a sun or zero.
Yeah. Not like, you know, slightly more than a guy that height.
Yeah, right? Exactly, yeah.
In my head, like, the Silver Surfer's super heavy and dense, just thanks to the power cosmic, because, you know, it's weird bullshit Marvel stuff. You don't need to explain how it works. But, you know, his hair, no hair at all. Silver, man. Imagine if he did have hair. That'd be weird. He looked like Colossus a little bit, wouldn't he?
Oh, yeah, true. Because Colossus... I mean,
he has, like, metal hair.
Even Silver Surfer in, like, the new Fantastic Four movie does have, like, the metallic hair going on.
Yeah, like a shalla-bal. His skin, variable or silver. So the Silver Surfer can change their coloration, but why would you not just be so silver and so gleaming?
I don't know whether, like, they can stop it being, like, the chrome dome, but the actual, like, person themselves was a human-like being.
Yeah, so I'll put a picture of, like,
Surfer,
here's Norrin Rad when he wasn't, like, you know, a super cool, like, you know, surfer of the Spaceways. And here's what he looks like, a Silver Surfer. Even though I've put in, like, a dozen pictures already, because every piece of artwork of a Silver Surfer looks rad as fuck.
And I'm so glad as well that, like, when we were talking about Ghost Rider, I managed to find an example of, like, the Ghost Rider Silver Surfer combo.
The Silver Surfer surfboard is just such an interesting concept, because it's so... It feels so dated, but at the same time, because it has stayed so consistent. Like, the Silver Surfer to me feels like a character that would either be, like, you know, left back in, like, the 60s and 70s, or would have undergone a dramatic redesign and change. Like, well, who the fuck cares about surfing anymore? I know people still surf, but, like, surf culture must have been very big when they designed the Silver Surfer. But it's like, the fact that they've never changed anything about the character in terms of the way that they look just means it's timeless now.
Myself and you are maybe biased because we are 90s kids and surfboarding / snowboarding culture was still big at the time, but I don't know that you could ever show me a character that is surfing that isn't cool as fuck.
Yes. I also, like, you mentioned that in the 90s there. I'm surprised they didn't try and, like, give him, like, a skateboard or something. Do you know, like Tony Hawk's got big? Then again, the silver skateboard would still look fucking rad if you could do a 900.
the Silver Skateboarder would be cool as fuck, but I just don't know that it's as cool as being able to just surf across space.
I think as well, like, the surfboard being so large means that the Silver Surfer can, like, post up on it like an absolute legend, right?
Yeah.
Because like a skateboard, there's like, you know, someone can stand up casually on a skateboard as it moves along, but like the size of a surfboard just lets the Silver Surfer just hit that fucking pose and just stance up.
Are you the protectors of this world?
Would it be a little bit lame if you saw the Silver Surfer having to push themselves through space?
That's the thing, right? Whereas like when they're on the surfboard, it's just, well, what are they surfing on? Whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, they're surfing on reality itself.
Then again, if they were the Silver Skateboarder and they start doing some of the bullshit you could do in later Tony Hawk's games on that skateboard, on like metaphysical concepts. Like if they did a 900 over a black hole, I'd be like, that's fucking sick.
They're just doing Superman off like the Rings of Saturn, just going.
No, they do like what's it like, the dark slide? They do a dark slide on on like the Rings of Saturn or something like that.
Go all the way around so it's Galactus approved.
No, what they need to do a Christ air. They do a Christ air over the sun, so they block out all of the world's light. We move on now, Lucas, to powers and abilities. And the Silver Surfer, to my knowledge, is one of the most powerful characters in all of Marvel canon, who's not like a multiversal threat, because, you know, they directly draw their power from the Power Cosmic and Galactus. Who's like, he's a beefy boy.
It's very funny because they are essentially just gifted their powers by Galactus, and it's a very good way of showing an existential threat, right? Is because in many iterations, the Herald of Galactus will show up, be completely unbeatable, and then say, and I owe everything to Galactus, they are my god. And it's like, oh.
In most, like, first contacts of a Silver Surfer, it's Silver Surfer rocks up, beasts on the Fantastic Four, does a kickflip, and says, yeah, my master Galactus, I'm wielding a fraction of their power. Good luck.
Okay. You win.
Yeah, exactly. I bow to them. What are you to even me?
On the powers and abilities section, Lucas, it mentions, the Silver Surfer is one of the most powerful beings in the universe, and the most powerful of the Heralds of Galactus. He was deemed to be an Alpha Plus threat by Galadriel, and Space Knight icon, and potential universal threat by the Nova Corps. And the Nova Corps, just like, they've not been in Marvel much, but I'm waiting for the Nova Corps to turn up, because the Nova Corps are awesome.
And when you say Marvel, you mean like MCU,
in the MCU,
of course. Yeah. And yeah, I was so excited when Guardians of the Galaxy happened, and it was like, oh, the Nova Corps are here. That means they must be introducing Nova, the character, soon.
Yeah, like
and that's a character that still hasn't shown up, like, what, 15 years later or something?
We have got Nova Prime, Glenn Close.
Oh, fuck that. We haven't had the, like, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 character of Nova doing air combos.
We've not had Richard Ryder, aka Dick Ryder, who's supposedly he's a Centaurian, which means he has the power of 100 regular Nova Force members on their own.
Exactly, yeah. Like we haven't had actual Nova
the character, yeah. Like what I would give though to have John C. Reilly in a CGI suit doing dolphin flip combos on the Fantastic Four, right? But
let's bring it! Power of the Nova Force!
As for the power grid, which in Marvel canon is a ranking system for heroes and villains, 1 in a specific attribute is an average human, 7 is now omnipotent or godlike in that particular regard, and for the Silver Surfer it's intelligence a 3, strength a 7, so effectively infinite, speed a 7, effectively infinite, durability a 6, pretty good, energy projection a 7, effectively infinite, fighting skills a 2. I don't think you really need to fight when you've got nigh incalculable strength and speed, right? And I kind of like the way the Silver Surfer fights in the media we've seen him in so far, just standing there and tanking whatever hit like the hero deals out, and then just holding out their hand and just taking their power away and like, okay, good, bye.
Serves as a great example of, okay, well, this person can deal with us without even trying, and they're scared of Galactus, which is just a fantastic way of portraying Galactus without even really needing to see them.
Galactus being like an existential threat of like, even his herald is the strongest being ever fought. The fuck is Galactus going to do when he rocks up? The answer is eat your planet. Nom nom, straight into Galactus' tongue. Right, ridiculous. So the Silver Surfer normally holds back and doesn't use their full power, but he is powerful enough to easily shatter planets, destroy a large fraction of a structure whose size easily dwarf the entire Earth, or even a compact star. And in my head, he just picks a star and dunks it like a basketball.
What are you meant to do? When it's like, okay, well, oh my god, it can stretch real far.
He is the smartest man in the universe, so he can figure something out.
Like, that's the, at least Reed Richards has got his brain, but what does Ben Grimm have? He can punch something that's able to destroy stars.
Like, the only character I think would probably stand a chance would be Johnny Storm. Like, and that's like, I'm not saying Johnny Storm could beat the Silver Surfer. I'm saying, like, on paper, if you were the Fantastic Four and the Silver Surfer rocks up, you look around and go, well, Johnny, do you remember in like the first like live action movie they say, Johnny, don't go supernova? You'll ignite all of the oxygen on Earth and destroy the planet. It's hinted that he has so much potential that he can't use while he's on Earth. I imagine, like, if you're Reed Richards' life or death situation, okay, Johnny, just go fucking supernova. Surely nothing can survive what is effectively the beating heart of a star, blasting them directly in the face. They don't know that Silver Surfer's like, yeah, I live for that shit. They don't, like, so I'm not saying that Johnny Storm could beat the Silver Surfer, I'm just saying that if you were Reed Richards, your educated guess on who on your team would stand a chance would be Johnny Storm.
Okay. You win.
Or maybe just, can Sue Storm maybe manufacture some kind of force field around them to deprive them of oxygen if they need that to survive, or some crap like that.
The Silver Surfer does not. They're entirely supported and sustained by the power cosmic, but it mentions here that by boosting himself with the ambient cosmic energy of the universe, which is effectively infinite, they can easily destroy a galaxy. And since he scales directly to Thor, the Surfer could potentially destroy a fragment of eternity, and therefore is a theoretical multiversal threat, because they can destroy multiple realms.
Like, how is this a character that is ostensibly a Fantastic Four villain?
Also, as well, just a dude on a surfboard who goes, meow. What noise do you think it makes? So obviously there's no sound in space, and no one knows what Silver Surfer sounds like.
I was going to say,
it's got to be his own
so
soundtrack,
scary,
right?
Because Silver Surfer makes no sound. I think Silver Surfer just has no evidence. They exist unless they make it evidence, so and that's scarier.
Like, if they just travel like completely without any sort of resistance to whatever they're traveling through, say like a black hole or a sun.
Yes.
In my head, the sound they make is the theme song for their game. And like, I imagine like Reed Richards pointing like one of his devices into like the far reaches of the universe, and he just hears like the opening bars really quiet. It's like, the fuck is that? And then he looks through like a big telescope like Professor Farnsworth and just sees the Silver Surfer like teleport into his like telescope and surf down it and just hit him in the eye.
So you're saying that essentially the Silver Surfer arrives with a theme song similar to like in Metal Gear Solid 5, when you can like pick the like Flight of the Valkyries or David Bowie or something to like come into the battle zone with.
You
just
would,
let's
right?
go.
Because I imagine the Silver Surfer must be worshipped throughout the universe. Because if people don't know, the Silver Surfer's whole deal is that they give up effectively their humanity. Like, they're an alien, so their alienity, I suppose, to become the Herald of Galactus to spare their planet. They then use like their position as Herald of Galactus to seek out planets for Galactus to eat that don't have sentient life on them. And if they do find a planet with sentient life that Galactus wants to eat, they'll try their hardest to go find another planet that's suitable. So I imagine there must be at least a few hundred planets that have been saved by the Silver Surfer, who'd be very keen to write them a theme song.
These people must be spared, Master. Let us find another planet to sustain your energies. Let us leave this Earth to its people.
You speak nonsense, my herald.
I don't know whether that's true, because there's some level of fuckery with Galactus deleting their memories.
Yes,
like,
they take away some aspects of like their morality to make them more amenable to seeking out planets for sentient life to like nom on.
Chrome Dome is back, and this time it sounds like he's on our side.
I shall find you even more succulent worlds than this Earth to devour. Planets on which no innocent lives need be lost to satisfy your hunger.
So maybe just actually, without really knowing why they're doing it, they're actually seeking planets with a bunch of people on there, but it would be a pretty baller play. Okay, I'm going to send Galactus to your planet unless you can write me a better theme song
than the
Rick and Morty
episode, right? Like, show me what you got.
It is basically, yeah. But it would be pretty sick if, like, all that happened with Silver Surfer arrives as I am the Herald of Galactus, plays the NES song, write a better song.
Yeah, and Joe Satriani is like, I've got this. I'll save Earth, baby, don't you worry. And like, just like then the Silver Surfer puts on like a silver pair of headphones, just listens to Surfing with the Alien, and does like 400 backflips.
Yeah.
So if I was a Silver Surfer as well, I'd arrive everywhere upside down. Do you know, in the live action movie like with like Chris Evans, which is Doug Jones playing the Silver Surfer in that, and I do think Doug Jones plays a fucking good Silver Surfer because he's very tall and lithe.
Yeah, it's Doug Jones as the body, and then I think it's Lawrence Fishburne as the voice, right?
But like Doug Jones' physicality really matches like the surfer. Like that moment where he just goes underneath the surfboard and just grabs Johnny by the throat and says, "Stop fucking following me.
Just leave me alone."
But I guess we should also give credit to Julia Garner because she played a really good shalla-bal.
Obviously, with fully CG characters, I don't know like truly how much of the performances are credited to what side, but no, I was a massive fan of the Silver Surfer in that.
Like they did like similar to like when Lawrence Fishburne did the voice, they put in like a lot of hesitancy to what they were doing. So that's one of the things like the Silver Surfer talks about in like the 2010s, like Fantastic Four movie. Like you can tell I don't want to do this, but what choice do I have? Like what fucking chance do we have to stop Galactus? And then when like shalla-bal turns up, you have a similar moment.
Use this time to rejoice and celebrate, for your time is short.
The moment where Silver Surfer's like, you shouldn't have come. It's so good because you just feel, again, like, I don't want to get too much into it, but you just feel that dread.
Yeah,
right? About that threat.
I don't want to do this. There's something really terrifying about someone who absolutely 100% can kill you, but really doesn't want to. And they're baiting that. It reminds me a little bit of like Daredevil. I know like the reboot of Daredevil on Disney Plus. I think that's been out long enough now to talk about this, where like you have like Matt Murdock on his knees begging for someone else's life. Like he's begging someone who's got a gun to his head, like, don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do this. Don't do this. You don't want to do this.
Please don't pull that trigger because I will have to fuck you up and I don't want to do that.
Please, dear God, do not make me kill you. I do not want to do this. It's not, don't kill me. It's just, you have so much to live for. Do not do this.
It's terrifying,
please.
Right? When, like, the reveal of, like, I'm not begging for my life, I'm begging for yours. Don't make me do this.
And, yeah, it's very similar to Silver Surfer. Of not quite, exactly that point, but it is just, I didn't want to have to just, like, outright do this, but we may have to just kill you right now.
No, I don't want to do that, but I've got no choice.
And that's the threat, right? Is, like, not only could Galactus kill them, is that essentially, almost at any point, if they really wanted to do it, Silver Surfer could just be like, I'm going to kill the Fantastic Four and let you have no plan for Galactus.
But the Silver Surfer doesn't want to. Right? They're amoral, but their amorality does sometimes work in the favour of people who like defending the planet of like, I don't want to kill you, but I know that I don't have to, because ultimately you're going to die when Galactus turns up anyway. I'll let you have that hope of thinking you have a chance, but I know that you don't.
That's not specific to that film yet. It's just the general characterization of that character of like, whenever Silver Surfer turns up, it's like, all I'm going to do is tell you that you fucked. I'm not going to kill you. I could.
I don't need to, though. Why would I?
I don't need to.
That'd waste time. But them being so detached makes them scarier, right, as a villain. Not even a villain.
Yeah.
Like, Silver Surfer's just doing their job.
The thing is, I think Silver Surfer can be summed up of don't shoot the messenger.
It'd be like if a tiger had a secretary, right? And like this kind of, okay, so the tiger going to jump into your room at midnight tonight, it's going to eat you? Good luck.
But
what? So no, tiger's coming, Like, you can lock your door, but that tiger's going to get in, because it's a magic tiger, and it's fucking going to get you. I thought you should know, so you can say goodbye to your family. It's like, but can I stop the tiger? Well, it's a fucking tiger. What are you going to do about it?
All the Silver Surfer does is show up, say, I'm not going to kill you, but something else is. Something's going to destroy your entire planet. Good luck.
Yeah, at least you have some time,
I have marked this planet for death. Bye. And ultimately, Silver Surfer could just mostly do it themselves, if not outright do it themselves.
They're giving you, like, you know, would you rather not have warning so you can say goodbye to your loved ones? Reminds me a little bit of like this quite romantic way people are like to the concepts of the Grim Reaper. It's like a scary skeleton man who grabs you after you die and takes you to hell or heaven or what have you, whatever afterlife you happen to believe in. I saw a really great summation of like the Grim Reaper is just doing their job. If you think about it, you want the Grim Reaper there. Because imagine going through what the Grim Reaper guides you through on your own.
Yeah, the idea of going through the process of death on your own is scarier than the idea of going through it with someone accompanying you along the way.
We move on now, Lucas, to the specific powers and abilities of the Silver Surfer. So, superhuman strength. The Surfer possesses enormous, incalculable superhuman strength, but the exact magnitude remains vague. They have often been shown to be able to fight evenly with people who can lift far in excess of 100 tons, a la the Hulk.
It's such a small bar at this point, isn't it, though?
So the 100 tons thing comes from like an old like Marvel handbook where they say, like, oh, a class 100 hero or villain can lift 100 tons, which was impressive back in like the 60s when they wrote that. Now the Hulk can just like on the reg lift like several million tons.
When we are talking about a character that's like, yeah, they can destroy planets, like, is it really that impressive to say they can just lift more than 100 tons? It's like, but how many more? How many more?
Yeah, they don't need to lift it. They can just like fucking magic it into the air using like fucking cosmic power or whatever. But mentioned that they have pulverized diamonds with no effort, stopped a charging rhino. I like to think like the rhino tried. What the fuck's the rhino gonna do, right? It's like as a dude in a rhino costume think he's gonna do against the Silver Surfer.
I wonder whether that means the rhino or a rhino.
Either way, it doesn't matter, right?
I'm curious to know if the rhino, is actually stronger at charging than a rhino.
I think it'd be pretty tough, right? Because he can like go through buildings and things. But it's like that quote from Dr. Manhattan, right? When he's talking to Ozymandias. It's just like the world's smartest man poses no more threat to me than its smartest termite. And that's what it's like, right? Yeah. It's like, what the fuck's the rhino gonna do? You might as well throw a brick at him.
Who threw this thing at me? Shut up. Baby.
The Surfer has also forcefully redirected a starship's path and launched it into the outer solar system. It was stated that it would continue on its straight line path for centuries. At least they're safe, right?
No, they're not. They probably have food for a very limited amount of time.
But at least they're away from the Silver Surfer. Using his speed and strength.
How terrifying would that be? Just you're on your way back to Earth and the Silver Surfer just pushes you away.
Yeah, good luck. He has physically subjugated a dwarf star that was thrown at him. Someone threw a star at the Silver Surfer and he battered that shit back.
That's what I mean, is like, how can you, on the same page, have a power level of, well, you can lift 100 tons, but also you can bat away stars.
Just say he threw a star once. We don't need to know he can lift 100 tons, it's implied. But I appreciate they put it in. That's the beauty of Wiki Weekends, right? Because you have, as you said, on the same page, the Silver Surfer can easily lift 100 tons. For example, they once lifted up a star. When extremely weakened, they managed to pull Galactus's incubator out of a young Ego the Living Planet, I don't want to know, and then threw it light years away. They threw Stormbreaker out of a black hole. Their strength is said to rival the Hulk's limitless rage-enhanced strength, which he does. It's power cosmic, it can do anything.
I don't think 100 tons comes into the equation when you're throwing things out of black holes, or be infinite Hulk power. Just, okay.
Superhuman speed. Prior to the upgrade, so they must have got an upgrade at some point, I think, faster surfboard. Put speed lines on that ship.
A surfboard, but it's just got one little jet engine on the back as well.
Be great, right? It was greatly outmatched by the runner of the Elders of the Universe. However, they're still faster than Beta Ray Bill and Nova. They can travel at speeds far in excess the speeds of light by entering hyperspace, where they presumably do a ton of sick flips and shit.
So many. Just, like, you know, we've essentially seen it visualized at this point.
No.
Just be
speaking of
doing 360.
The fuck is this character gonna do? For example, the Silver Surfer once avoided a hurricane thrown by Dracula. Marvel is incredible, right? Like, the fuck is Dracula gonna do? Dracula wants to do a hurricane at the Silver Surfer.
The idea, that Dracula has the power to just throw hurricanes at people.
And the fact that it doesn't work. But they tried, right?
Yeah.
Like, Dracula's probably like, well, if you destroy the Earth, how am I gonna, like, nibble on some of that, like, young, tasty virgin blood? Yum, straight for Dracula's tongue.
I mean, maybe we need to look up Dracula at some point, because the idea of throwing hurricanes at people is incredible.
Like, that's the thing about Dracula, you think would, like, empathise and be able to talk to Galactus, right? Like, hey, I know what it's like to have this unending hunger, but you've got to realise, Galactus, if you destroy a planet, you can't eat it again, right? It's like sustainable agriculture, right? Like, you could raise this, like, area of land to fucking nothing, or you could, like, grow more stuff there. You don't have to salt the Earth afterwards, but I guess for Galactus, like, well, it's on a literal universal scale. Have you any idea how many fucking planets there are?
Like, it is interesting, the idea that Galactus is just a space vampire.
Effectively, yeah. He's just, instead of feeding on blood, like the life force of an individual human, he's feeding on the life force fundamental to a planet itself.
Galactus, don't eat the planets. Just suck on them a little bit.
A little bit.
Just nibble each planet.
You can have a little bit of a planet as a treat. Right? Superhuman agility. The Silver Surfer has greater agility, balance, dexterity, flexibility, equilibrium, and bodily coordination of that of an Olympic level athlete. I just want to see a regular person try and ride his surfboard and their ankles snap off instantly. Like, step on that shit and the surfboard flies off with your feet still attached. He has dodged bullets, anti-aircraft missiles, and once dodged Cyborg Superman's laser beams at point-blank range. There was, like, a crossover between DC and Marvel at some point, so the Silver Surfer must have fought Cyborg Superman. Another power here, immortality. Due to his ability to sustain himself, the Silver Surfer is virtually and functionally immortal. He is approximately 13.7 billion years old. It doesn't look a day over, like, 35. Those cheekbones, man.
Yeah, no, they were chosen by Galactus with the power cosmic.
That's what I mean, like, the power cosmic is effectively infinite. They are this old due to having travelled back in time to a previous incarnation of the universe and simply waiting to the present.
Wait, what? That's Marvel shit.
You know as well, the Big Bang was the greatest fucking wave the Silver Surfer has ever surfed, right? Do you like the end of, like, Point Break, where Patrick Swayze wants to go into the ocean during, like, a fucking hurricane, so he can just, like, swim the death wave? I imagine the wave caused by the Big Bang was the greatest day of the Silver Surfer's life, save for, like, the day he banged his wife or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with Point Break, but goddamn, that must have been an incredible moment of just, oh, okay, I get to see the birth of the universe, but not only that, I get to surf on it.
I'm literally going to stunt on all of existence at once. Fucking sick. Invulnerability. The Silver Surfer's entire body is sheathed in a silvery, near impervious metallic coating. His silver skin is near indestructible and impenetrable, and under normal conditions, he is effectively invulnerable and is almost totally indestructible. Among the things he has survived include being punched by the She-Hulk. That She-Hulk's pretty tough. He's also survived, like, the crushing pressure of a black hole, immune to temperature and extremes. So, like, extreme cold, like, close to 0 Kelvin and whatever the temperature of a sun would be. He's also survived, like, innumerable amounts of radiation that's travelling through the fucking space with no protection. Just get, like, those, like, Silver Surfer balls has been constantly bombarded with radiation. Bro, don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it does seem that they are completely unaffected by everything going on in space when they're surfing past it.
Pretty much, yeah. Healing. He can heal living beings and has managed to heal a bullet wound. You see that in the live-action, like, 2010s movie, right? Where he brings back Jessica Alba.
Again, I just want to talk about levels of scale in this wiki. He batted away a sun. He can also heal a bullet wound. Yes, probably. At that point, a character that can get rid of suns, probably okay with bullets.
The thing is, though, I don't want you to heal me, Silver Surfer. I want you to throw me into the sun, because that'd be rad as fuck. I want people to film it. I want a selfie stick as I do it. I want that to be played at my funeral on loop. Let's fucking go.
One of those, like, 360 cams as well, specifically.
Cosmic awareness. His cosmic sense allows him to comprehend the rules of the universe. Rules others would find wholly incomprehensible. Because there'd just be too much information, I suppose.
And then Franklin Richards just comes in and bends every single rule of existence.
Just Franklin Richards is just like man-eater bug. Like, no. No.
So, I genuinely think when you're going through the list of the Silver Surfer powers and abilities, the only kind of bullshit characters I can think of that have any chance is something Richards, like a Franklin Richards.
Just reality warping character, Franklin Richards, the Beyonder stuff like that. He has intangibility and size increase or decrease. And I love the intangibility of Silver Surfer where they don't even need to move. That's one thing that's really cool.
Yeah.
About Silver Surfer. It's like they don't like wave their hands and make matter disappear. They just go fucking face through it. Who gives a shit?
Yeah. I love the visuals that we've had in multiple different movies of them just... Well, like, matter doesn't exist to me. I can just phase through whatever the hell I want. It's so cool to look at.
Yeah, it's really awesome. Anyway, paraphernalia. The cosmic surfboard. When flying, a Silver Surfer uses a construct which resembles an earthly surfboard. This board is made of the same silvery material, the galactic glaze. Oh, bro's getting glaze on a galactic scale. That composes the surfer's body, making the board similarly indestructible. Few forces aside from the power cosmic itself can affect it, and if it is somehow damaged, he can easily repair it in an instant, as well as being able to form additional boards from his body. Oh, I'm thinking like the Jean-Claude Van Damme splits on 2 surfboards, right?
So, Karl, question. How quickly are you buying an album called The Galactic Glaze?
The Galactic Glaze, all day, baby, straight in, I don't care.
I want to listen to The Galactic Glaze.
Here's some trivia, Lucas. After saving the Earth from having all of its culture replaced by Zen Lars, so that's like his home planet, so at some point his home planet, it's like, you know, Earth's pretty great, let's go live there. Several UN representatives were empowered to give him the gift of nationality of their countries. So, the known countries that the Silver Surfer is technically and officially an ambassador and citizen of include Wakanda, China, France, Russia, Japan, Egypt, and India. Captain America has also said that the Surfer was free to become a citizen of the United States of America if they so choose. However, the Surfer said that Captain America probably didn't have that authority. Yes, he fucking does. Captain America could point at a fucking dog shit on the ground and say, that's the president now. He's Captain America.
I do like the idea that the Silver Surfer's like, nah shit, your country sucks, I ain't gonna be part of America.
According to this, he was gifted citizenship for the other remaining 199 countries on Earth. Like, that was the weightiest fucking passport, right? So imagine Silver Surfer going through fucking passport check. Right? Like, they check the surfboard, it's like, it's too big. No, it's not. It's like, okay, where's your passport from? Fucking everywhere.
But you wouldn't need any stamps on your passport, right?
You don't need to, you're going everywhere, right?
It just, well, I guess I can just wander the world wherever I want. And the idea of needing a passport when you can just fly.
It reminds me, like, speaking of Captain America, there's that one like joke comic where it's like, yeah, every year on July 4th, Captain America flies to the UK, and when they like gets into the queue of like, have you got anything to declare, says freedom and flies back. Which, like, it's a joke, but I like to believe that Captain America actually does that. Because why would he not? Either way, thank you all for watching. Go check out the video over on our Patreon. It's accessible for anyone, but if you do want to support us on Patreon, that'd be very much appreciated. Me and Lucas discussing the Fantastic Four first steps, among other things. Go out there and just, like, you know, tell us what your favourite cool silver character is. Because there's a lot.
Is there a lot?
T1000.
There can't be that many silver characters.
It's T1000. Done. That's 2. Are you sure you just don't want to go for, oh, hi, audience, you're my favourite Patreon subscriber?
Oh, I mean, you told me to start the conversation, but
that's
if
true.
You want to open with that, then by all means, just start with that. Oh, hi.
I'm aware of the fact that people think I do a good Tommy Wiseau impression, by which I mean I do a terrible one, but how can you possibly do a worse impression than he did?
Yeah, how can you do Tommy Wiseau worse than Tommy Wiseau did in life?
In that movie, it's great. My favourite part of that movie is just like, oh, hi, doggy.
How much is it?
It'll be $18.
Here you go. Keep the change. Hi, doggy.
You're my favourite customer.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Speaking of our favourite customers, Karl.
Yes.
Should we get into the shards? Because, like, these are maybe not our favourite customers, but these are the supporters that help us out the most. So they subscribe on the highest tier, and we need to shout them out every month to just show our appreciation for keeping the lights and mics on.
We don't need to, Lucas. We want to.
Of course.
A sentence I'm likely going to regret over the next 30 seconds or so, because a standing offer, a gauntlet I have thrown down onto the floor for our entire audience is go to our Patreon, subscribe at the highest tier, and come up with the most unpronounceable name you can just to watch us suffer. People have really taken that to heart this month.
We've had to bring Google Translate into the mix at this point. It's getting there.
Here's the thing. Google Translate is not helpful. Fuck you, AI. But our first shout out is for series of emojis, which I'm now going to read out as best I can. So, fire emoji, dragon emoji, gorilla emoji, guy doing this emoji, nails on fleek emoji can't be displayed because we copy pasted it into Discord, skull emoji, demon emoji, angry hat emoji cannot be displayed, 3 emojis in a row that are the eyes wide mouth face emojis, mushroom emoji, smiley face emoji, and hedgehog doing like a little jig.
Yeah, this has gone to incomprehensible levels at this point. But speaking of emojis,
we're up to hieroglyphics now. People are saying us fucking hieroglyphics.
You were challenging people to bring hieroglyphics into the mix.
We called Wiki Weekends not the British Museum of Natural History. Right?
But we do have more emojis here, like ghost emoji, little ghost, and ghost emoji.
Yeah, that's a lot easier to pronounce than series of emojis that takes 30 to 40 seconds to say. But I do respect it.
Look what you've done! You've completely turned into ghosts! Which means I can finally do this!
And my day is not getting any easier because the next person who submitted their name in Nahuatl. A language I do not speak and I'm not familiar with, so let's give this a go, shall we? So, Tinakui, Horchata, Octilane, Tomi, Semasikapatia, Ta. Was that wrong? Was that offensive? Was that wrongly offensive?
I mean, that's always the worry, right? It's like...
Yo soy abogado. Yo soy abogado.
But currently I have a nice, easy one, because it is to just say a special thanks to Split Scream. I was going to say I think Split Scream is referring to the moment where you realise that someone's screen watching you on GoldenEye and no!
When I saw someone screen watching, I just got mad and started throwing hands, and I realised that if my brother is watching my side of a screen while playing GoldenEye, he's not watching his balls.
You just...
Don't screen watch! The next person to shout out is Rosalindis Memphis. And I do need to apologise, because this person has supported our Patreon for a while, and I keep trying to specifically put in a clip from the song Walking in Memphis, because that's the only song I'm aware of that has the word Memphis in it. I have tried putting in the original version. I tried putting in the Nightcore version. I tried putting in the version that, the German, techno band Scooter did. Every time it gets us, copyright struck. So I'm really sorry.
I was going to say, is this the song that, every month I see a copyright strike against then? Yeah.
From Mark Cohn, yeah. And every time, because I think I try and do a nice little personal shout out, either via video clip or the little conversation myself and Lucas have. We want to let all of our supporters know, who support us at this tier, we appreciate you. Here's a funny little bit.
Exactly.
That's effectively sponsored by you. I can't do that for this person. I'm really sorry.
We'll continue trying, I guess. But yeah.
It's to the point where I'm thinking, should I just record it myself? If they're going to continue to be a supporter, just do a really bad cover of it.
And Karl, I know that this is going to be a little bit spoilerific for you.
Okay.
But for the next person, I do want you to put in a certain, a certain character. Maybe not a certain clip. But we are supported once again by Lucille de Steele. And I've mentioned a couple of times, I don't know whether this is a One Piece reference of having D as a middle initial, but I have recently watched an episode where Monkey D. Garp goes on the most rampages of rampages and shows off why they are the hero Garp. And if you can just any clip of Monkey D. Garp, just be Monkey D. Garp.
So the next person to shout out is Kicking Bucket, and then I can't decipher what they put here. So they put a series of dots and dashes, and I'm not sure if it is, but it looks to me like, do you remember people use those keystrokes that aren't commonly seen on like a keyboard. It's like show the little dude flipping the table.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It looks like that, but like more abstract, or it might be Loss. And if it's Loss, fucking well played for getting me with Loss.
I can see more flipping a table, so I guess just like, put your favourite clip in on table flipping.
Oh, it's got to be something Magic the Gathering, right?
Oh, God.
I don't understand how people with such an expensive hobby would dare to flip a table with their on. Right? It'd be like flipping the table with your newborn baby on it.
The baby's probably more reasonable, right? You can make another one of them.
You can make another one. You can't get another like Black Lotus, can you?
Anyway, speaking of babies, we've got to then shout out Fallopian Starship Return to the Womb.
Like, this name gets longer each month, and I'm starting to think they're trying to tell us a short story in the most abstract manner possible. Fallopian Starship, that's like, it's a name. The thing we mentioned in Wiki Weekends is band names. I would not buy that band's album. I'm sorry.
I'm a fan of, or used to be a fan, I haven't listened to them much in the past few years, but I'm a fan of Cobra Starship, so that's what it always reminds me of, like just the Starship being the second part of the name. And
you mentioned Cobra Starship, Lucas, and I just have to say, I'm putting in a picture of their like first album because it's just the 2010s distilled. I won't put a clip in because copyright. If Mark Cohen gets us, Cobra Starship certainly will, because I bet they've got no fucking money coming in anymore.
I think Cobra Starship might be an encapsulation of 2010s, like the pop punk movement.
Like, it's 2010s as fuck. I literally still have that haircut. Right? And I got this haircut in the 2010s. The next person to shout out is simply Daddy Grunt.
Which all I can imagine from that is the grunts from Halo, but just a big grunt, just the daddy.
To be fair, like, did you ever play like Halo Wars?
No, well, I played a little bit of it, but not much.
So one of the DLC characters of Halo Wars and RTS
was it a daddy grunt?
It was Yap Yap the Destroyer, who's like the grunt commander, and he's like the leader of the grunts, but his backstory is he didn't want to be, but no one else wanted to be harder than he didn't want to be, so by default he became the leader of the grunts. He's like, I don't want to be the leader of the grunts. Like, how noble and modest of you, leader of the grunts.
That is such grunt energy, that's perfect, yeah. Do you want to give us a riddle before I then go to Google Translate on this one?
I do, yes. So the final person to shout out before Lucas embarrasses himself so much is Be of Awesome. Okay, riddle time. What lies on the ground 100 feet in the air? Answer in my Patreon bio. We've not looked this up because I do like riddles. I'm not able to really figure out what this one is.
What weighs 6 ounces, sits in a tree, and is very dangerous?
A sparrow with a machine gun.
Yes, of course. Now,
it's a good riddle because I can't immediately tell what it is, and we don't want to take up too much of our audience's valuable time. But I do appreciate them sending a riddle. I'm unable to answer the riddle. Like, we're being honest. We could have looked it up. We could have pretended not to know and then like come up with it on the fly. We're being honest. We don't know the answer to that riddle. So thank you for, providing us with a little mind bender there that we can't figure out.
I mean, maybe the comments can guess the answer to the riddle, and then next month we can reveal it in the shout out.
Yes.
The time has come. I've had to cheat and use Google Translate because this one was submitted in almost entirely either like kanji or katakana. I'm not sure which one it was, but in Japanese.
Spoilers, we don't read that language.
We don't.
Like, to me, I read that and think that is the name of like a video I listened to when I was an edgy teenager and like somehow fell into listening to Toho remixes. And it's just like, is that the name of like a Dematori song or something like that? So also, someone's going to lose their shit to that reference, and congratulations to that person.
I'm going to butcher the absolute hell out of this one, but I guess that's what we're here for, Karl. So, Atlenwa, Kimi ga Kono Rukasutu, Desu Straninka, Hideo, Kojima Hideo no Butunda Kiaro, made Tokushu Toga, O Kami Kake Kaganana, Hishi no Hatsuhon, Shu to Shite Hara Mawari, Suno O Kikikatu, Kimi no Patreon no shout out to Wakuni Katakata Toroku Shita. So bear in mind, I got paid to say that. I tried. I am
also, keep
sorry.
in mind, Lucas is the one who watches anime all the time. My Japanese pronunciation would be way worse.
That's a rough one, but, you know, we just fully appreciate the support, and that's why we're willing to make idiots of ourselves at the end of all these videos.
We also appreciate as well just the continued effort expended by our audience to troll us in ever more creative and interesting ways.
Goddamn, we need to slim these down because this is approaching a 20-minute recording mark.
It's fine.
A third of a video. Goddamn.
See you all next time.
Hell yeah.